What's up, YouTube? It's Cameron here, aka I'm the Crazy 123. So, I think it was today. I've been seeing videos all over today, but a lot of you probably know about it. Maybe some don't. I literally just got done watching a video that Paint with Zero that Critical made about it, and just also watched a video that Tranium made about it and stuff. When I found this out yesterday, actually, but they ended up shutting down Omegle or Omegle, however you pronounce it. Um, and they have a huge, just long ass like paragraph after paragraph, talking about the reason why they ended up, the creator of it took it down and everything and stuff like that. And I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts on this and tell you all what I think about it. I think honestly it is great it is getting taken down because you know they before they took it down and stuff, Omegle has gotten a lot better. Like, I won't even lie, within the past couple years and stuff, when I used to hang out with one of my buddies that I don't speak to anymore, he's banned from this channel, so I could say his name, but why am I gonna say names and shit like that? I'm not a person, when I talk about people to really name names, especially, on like a public place like YouTube. I just don't want to badmouth people and shit. But me and my old buddy, um, we used to just go on Omegle a lot, either when I was at his place or he was over at my place, or even if we weren't together in person and we were just getting drunk talking on PlayStation together and shit. But we would go on Omegle and fuck with people. That's one of the main reasons a lot of people go on Omegle, to troll people. So we did that a lot. We would either get baked together when I still smoked or get drunk together and fuck with people. And luckily, you meet some fucked up people on there and shit, but you really don't see like people, you know, masturbating and doing stuff like that anymore, which is good. Um, One thing that is really good. This is a very really funny and weird thing to admit to you guys and stuff, but me and my old buddy, let's just call him Joe. Like, let's just call him Joe. I won't say a name, but let's just call him Joe for this video. Me and Joe would pair up, and I heard from other people say, if you show nudity on there or anything that's bad, you can get banned on Omegle. So we tested on there, and I was talking to my buddy Joe, and I pulled down I got out of camera, out of frame and everything, stuff like that. Pulled down my pants, and I came back into camera when I was on it with Joe and showed my bare ass, when I was on the video call on Omegle with him, to see, if you got banned or anything from doing this. And even though he obviously didn't report me because we were friends at the time and everything, stuff like that, I'm on there and we're laughing about it and everything, stuff like that. And then it pops up. We're also talking on PlayStation, so we can still hear each other on there. And it pops up saying you were banned from using Omegle or Omegle. I'm going to say it two different ways a lot of time in this video and stuff. But so they were trying to, make the website, app, whatever you want to call it, and stuff better. I remember when I used to go on this even after COVID and everything started, my old buddy, let's just call him Steven. Like I said, I'm not going to name names, but me and my buddy Steven went on Omegle one time, and half the people on there were extremely racist or people masturbating. One of the craziest things I ever saw on Omegle that night with my friend Steven is we were on there and we paired up with this guy that was getting blackmailed by his fraternity that he lived in. And they said if he didn't go, I don't remember why they were blackmailing him. It was some fucked up shit, but the fraternity said if he didn't go on Omegle and have sex with a sandwich and record it, or have someone record it and send to this guy on Snapchat, that they were gonna, like expose this guy for whatever he did wrong. So we pair up with this fucking dude, and he's telling us everything. We're talking to him and shit like that, and he's telling us, what he has to do and telling us how much he doesn't want to do it and shit. And my buddy Steven stayed on with this guy for while we were there and we talked with this fucking dude for about 45 minutes until it was getting late. And I'm like, I'm going home, man. And apparently, even afterwards, my friend Steven, when me and my old roommate, which I will use his name because I've talked about him in videos before, but my old roommate Tyler, went back to my place and shit. Steven and stuff ended up staying on Omegle with this guy for a little bit, but apparently, like before we ended up leaving, we ended up talking this guy into, fucking a sandwich on camera and stuff for us so we could send it to the people so he didn't get in trouble. And Steven ended up adding this guy on Snapchat, sent him the videos and everything and stuff like that, and ended up skipping the guy after a while and shit. But this guy weirdly goes and shows us on camera on Omegle him making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then pulling his pants down, getting hard, and then like fucking the sandwich pretty much, or like using it to masturbate, which was just extremely messed up. But it was funny. It was fucking hilarious. Like we were both sitting there and we didn't know like how to react or what to think and stuff. But it was one of the most up things you see. And when you see stuff that's really fucked up, sometimes you just can't help yourself but just laugh it off and shit. But no, within the past few years that I went on there myself with my buddy Joe, we would just go on there like on the furry tabs and stuff like that and just, troll people and stuff like that. And we've met some cool people on there. Like we found a good amount of like metalheads and just like people, that played games and shit. We actually met this guy on Omegle that played PlayStation. We added him to our parties for a while and shit. And he had a lot of, edgy humor and stuff like we did. We don't talk to this guy anymore, haven't for a while, because this guy, we ended up kind of just finding out he's like, like I have my edgy humor. I stated, in my video talking about me that, I, do use slurs and stuff. I really don't use the N-word or anything much anymore. It's very rare if I ever use that word, and if I ever do, it's just that, like, gamer humor and stuff like that. I'm not, like, legit racist, like, calling someone the N-word or anything and shit, but this guy was just legit racist. He was in our party and talking about, I'm obviously not going to say the N-word, instead I'm going to say neighbor, but he was just in the parties and we were talking stuff like that, and he's just like, yeah, you guys might think different of me, but I literally just hate neighbors so much. Like, neighbors are just, like, the worst kind of race. Like, black people are piece of shit and just all this shit and stuff. And I was just, like, didn't know what to say. I'm like, are you joking? He's like, no, I'm serious. I hate neighbors so fucking much. Neighbors are the worst. And I literally, like, kicked this guy out of the party, deleted him, blocked him on everything and shit, and never talked to this asshole again. I was like, everyone believes their own thing, people are going to be racist, people are not, but it's just like, I have my dark humor and my edgy humor and shit, I always have. I mean, even in, like, Boogie is a piece of shit, I'm not going to, like, sit here and defend, like, Boogie 2988, but I just watched his documentary recently, and he stated, in his video that he's a very edgy person, has dark humor, and he uses the N-word and everything and stuff like that. And that's how I've always been. I just grew up with edgy friends and family and everything and stuff, and that's how I am. Like, I don't tell everyone or say, like, oh, like, be comfortable with using words like that. You shouldn't get offended by that, but it's just how I am. But I'm not going to keep yabbering on any longer and shit, but I have very mixed feelings about Omegle shutting down. I think it is absolutely amazing because you're not going to have all these pedos and shit like that going on there, and trying to meet up with kids and everything and be weird and stuff. But at the same time, it's like kind of was fun going on there and being able to mess with people. And it's like they still have some websites and apps out there now. They have like Om TV and like some other ones that Tranium showed in his most recent video and shit and but a lot of them are just as bad as Omegle used to be back in the day. It's mainly just like pedophiles and people on there, masturbating and doing fucked up shit. And I think that that Omegle is gone. I don't talk to my friend Joe anymore. I don't think I'm ever gonna like try to go on like Om TV and check it out or anything. So, but that's all I gotta say on that. Rest in peace, Omegle.